के विरोध में प्रजा माता और पिता सबको जीते रहेंगे कि रामचंद्र जी ने जबरदस्ती सुमंत को लौटाया जब आप गंगा जी को छत पर आए। सब लोग कहते हैं कि वह मनुष्य बना देने वाली कोई जल है।
के पंछी रे, तेरा दर्द न जाने कोई, तेरा दर्द न जाने कोई। बाहर से तू खामोश रहे तो, बाहर से तू खामोश रहे तो, भीतर भीतर रोए रे, हे भीतर भीतर रोए, तेरा दर्द न जाने कोई। कह न सके तू अपनी कहानी, तेरी भी पंछी क्या जिंदगानी रे। कह न सके तू अपनी कहानी, तेरी भी पंछी क्या जिंदगानी रे। विधि न तेरी कताल की, आंसू में कलमत बोए, तेरा दर्द न जाने को।
to. Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki Jai, Krishna Kanhaiya Lal ki Jai, Satya Sanatan Dharma ki Jai. Let us all stand for a few moments of prayer. Of Bhagwan Sri Vishnu, the presiding deity over the Antyeshti, as the younger brother, the older brother, the nephews, the cousins stand before this coffin to perform the various rituals and rites according to our sacred text. We turn our mind to the feet of Bhagwan Vishnu in helping the soul reaching back to its maker. That through the medium of our prayer, through the power of prayer, we can overcome the difficulties and hurdles in life. A mother is sitting here and looking at her child. So each and every one of us who are mothers and who are fathers, this is something that we don't want to go through in life. The pain that she has to bear, we can only imagine of it. And therefore, karma is such that we don't know what is the next step in our life and how life will unfold in front of us. Many of us go through the journey of life thinking and taking a lot for granted. In this journey of life, as we go through it, nothing is cast on stone. And anything can happen to anyone at any moment in time. Today, by God's grace, the most that we can do is offer salutations and prostrations with this family in seeking the grace and blessings of Bhagwan. A child is born into a home as an entity, as a baby, will grow up as a toddler, will grow up again as a teenager, as a youth, as a young man, as an adult. And then the day will come when we have to leave the earthly plane, some earlier than others. We ask of you, Prabhu, that as his soul returns to you in the universe, may your divine light be with him, guide him, and bless him again and again. For all the love that he would have shared upon the earth, with his siblings, with his parents, with his loved ones, today, no longer can he share that love. As the soul would have left the body, death would have occurred. And therefore, the most that we can do at this moment is offer this body into that fire of Kabyag Agni, the flesh-eating form of Agni, as a Purnahoti, the final offerings that we make. We turn to you with faith, love, and devotion in making this humble plea in seeking your darshan. Hari Om Shri Vishnave Namaha. Om Shri Vishnave Namaha. Om Shri Vishnave Namaha. Shantakaram Bhujagashayanam Padmanabhyam Suresham Vishwanaram Gagana Sadrisham Megavaranam Subhangam Lakshmi Kantam Kamalanayanam Yogi Bhardhyana Gamyam Vande Vishnu Bhavabayaharan Sarvaloke Tanatam Om Pataya Pratibudita Bhagavata Narayanena Shvayam व्यासेनाग्रहीतां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैत अमृतवर्षिणी भगवती अष्टादशाध्यायिनी अम्बा त्वा अनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणी भीष्मा द्रोण जया तथा जला गान्धारा नीलोपला शैलग्रहवती कृपानवहनी कर्णेना विलाकुला अश्वत्थामा विकर्ण घोरमकरा दुर्योधना वर्तिनी सोतिर्नो खलु पाण्डवैरननदी केवत्तका केशवा पारशाय सरोजाममलम् गीतात् गन्धोतकम् नानाख्या हरिकेशरं हरिकथा सम्बोधनं बोधितं लोके सज्जन षट्परा हरिहरा पीपेयामाना मुरा भूयात् भारत पंकजं कलिमला प्रज्वामसेन श्रेयसायं ब्रह्मा वरुइन्द्र रुद्रमरुता स्तुरवन्ति दिव्यैस्तवै वेदैः साङ्गपदाक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामग्रा ध्यानावश्च तत्कथेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनो यशान्तं नाविदो सुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय विष्णुर्विष्णुर्विष्णुर् श्रीमद्भगवतो पुरस्यः श्वेतमाला कल्पे मन्वन्तरे अष्टविंशति तमे कलियुगे प्रथम चरणे जम्बूद्वीपे भूलोके दक्षिण कुमार Trinidad Desha Sparanda Gram Amukrasi. Take your names in your mind. Take the deceased name in your mind. Pret ka naam Ekadashi Tithi Om Shri Krishna Paksh Magh Nachatra Shukla Yoga Balava Karan Shukravar Kartik Amavasya Om Shri Mahavishnu Bhagwan Antishri Sanskar Sampurnam Shri Ramachandra Kripalo Bajuman Harana Bhavaya Tarunam Navakanchalochana Kanja Mukukara Kanja Para Kanjarunam Shri Ram Shri Ram Kandarpa Aganita Amita Chabinava Nila Niraj Sundaram Patapita Mana Utarita Ruchi Suchi Navami Janaka Sutabaram Shri Ram Shri Ram Bajudina Bandhu Dinesha Danavadetya Vanshani Kandanam Raghunanda Ananda Kanda Koshala Chandra Dasharata Nandanam Shri Ram Shri Ram Shira Mukuta Kundala Tilaka Chara Udharo Anga Vibhushanam Ajano Bujasha Chapadarasang Gramajita Karadushanam Iti Bhadati Tulasi Dasa Shankar Shesha Muni Manaranjanam Manahirdaya Kanjani Vasa Kuri Kamadi Kaladala Ganjanam Shri Ram Shri Ram Shri Ram Shri Ram Shri Ram Shri Ram Vasudevam Sutam Devam Kamsa Charura Maradanam Devaki Paramanandam कृष्णं वंदे जगद्गुरु। वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की, कृष्ण कन्हैया लाल की जय। Right in front of you in the box. Everyone, you can take your seat. Touch the person next to you. Come here. Turn. 3 times. Sprinkle. Adhya amoka gotasya amoka pretasya snanam mayadayate tavo pratishyatam. Come here. Take your finger. Touch the Channan. Put a Channan thing. Drop your finger to the Channan. Om Adhya amoka gotasya amoka pretasya Chandanam mayadayate tavo pradishatam. Spread the perfume. Adhya amoka gotra amoka pretasya Gandha dwara mayadayate tavo pradishatam. Om Adhya amoka gotasya amoka pretasya tulsi jalam mayadayate tavo pradishatam. If the mala not burst, that will come and cut the string, right? Nearest to the neck, come up. Come up in. Adhya mukha gotra mukha pretasya pushpamala mayadayate tavo pradishatam. Om bhur bhavasvaha. Om Shri Vishnu Adi Devo Namo Namah. Pushpamala mayadayate tavo pradishatam. Adhya mukha gotra mukha pretasya pushpamala mayadayate tavo pradishatam. Right there, then you walk around 5 times. While you're walking, you'll be right. Or you touch your hands and walk with them, right? We all stand. Yamadware Mahagore Antaratamatamate Tattaloke Dhipoyang Mayadayate Tavo Pratishyatam. Jai Krishna Hare Sri Krishna Hare Dukhiyon ko dukh dur kare. Continue 5 times. Jai Krishna Hare Sri Krishna Hare Dukhiyon ko dukh dur kare. Jai 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 Krishna Hare. Jab char taraf अंधियारा हो आशा का दूर किनारा हो जब चार तरफ अंधियारा हो आशा का दूर किनारा हो और कोई न केवल हारा हो फिर तो ही बेरा. Jai 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 Krishna Hare Jai Krishna Hare Sri Krishna Hare Dukhiyon ko dukh dur kare. Jai 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 Tu chahe to सब कुछ कर दे, विष को भी अमृत कर दे। तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे, विष को भी अमृत कर दे। पूर्ण कर दे सबकी आशा, पूर्ण कर दे सबकी आशा। जो भी तेरा ध्यान रे, करे। जय 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 कृष्ण जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे। दुखियों को दुख दूर करे। जय 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 तेरे दर्शन को मैं दर्शन हो, तेरा नाम की माला जपती रहो। तेरे दर्शन को मैं दर्शन हो, तेरा नाम की माला जपते रहो। बाबा सागर से मोरी नैया, बाबा सागर से मोरी नैया। कृष्ण में, कृष्ण में जो किनारे है, कृष्ण में जो किनारे है। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे। दुखियों को दुख दूर करे। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे। दुखियों को दुख दूर करे। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे। दुखियों को दुख दूर करे। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे। Just a few of the immediate family will come now. Afterwards, when I'm coming to the end, the rest of you will come and put your flower and pay your last respects. Yamadware Mahagore Antaratamatamati Tattaloke Deepoyang Mayadayate Sao Pratishatam. Everyone, you can take a seat. Aaye bhi akela, jaye bhi akela, do din ki zindagi hai, do din ka mela. Aaye bhi akela, jaye bhi akela. After. Do din ki zindagi hai, do din ka mela. Right? Just show on you and you go sit down, right? इनके लिए तूने माल सजाए, मतलब के यार सारे सब है पराए। इनके लिए तूने माल सजाए, मतलब के यार सारे सब है पराए। इनके लिए कितना तूने दुख झेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला। आए भी अकेला, आए भी अकेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला। 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला। We all join our hands together as I chant a few verses of chapter 15 of Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 15 is what is recommended at the time of death, at the time of the Antishti, Lord Krishna is narrating to Arjuna in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Om Ata Panchadasho Dhyayah Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Urva Mulamadakshakam Ashwata Prayuvayaham Chandamsi Yashna Paranani Yashtam Veda Saveda Vita Adasya Chodvaram Pratatasha Shaka Guna Pravara Vishya Pravala Adasya Mulam Anusantatami Karmanubandini Manushaloke Narupamaseya Tatatopa Nanto na chadena cha sampratishta Ashwattamena suvidura mulam Ashangrashena didiyana chitva Tatapadam tat parimara gitavyam Yashmin gatana nirvitanti bhuya Tvameva charyam purusham prabaddi Eta purani prasata purani Nirmana moha jita sanga dosha Adhyatma nitya vinikritta kama Dvaivinda mukta sukadukna sanjay Gachanti mura paravam yahatat Natha bhayase suryo Yashashanko na pavaka Yadgatana nirvitanti Taramam paramam mama Mama vaisho jivaloke Jivabhuta sanatanaha Manastra indriyani Prakristani karshate Sariram yadavanoti Yachut karma chasava Grahe vaitani samyati Kayuvani tashyate Om Tatsaditi Srimad Bhagavad Gita Su Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyaya Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Sambade Purushota Yogonam Ata Panchadasho Dhyayaha Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudeva Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai Krishna Kanhaiya Lal Ki Jai. Members of the Puri family, friends and relatives, well-wishers, when death occurs, we are thrown into sadness, we are thrown into darkness, we become depressed, we don't know what direction to turn to at times, we don't know where to find answers. And when it comes to a young man, just about 56 of age, he would have celebrated his birthday on Tuesday, Monday, June, oh sorry, it's already October, June, 56 years old, a young man, one pain, and it's time to go. For all of us, death has to come. On Sunday we light a diya that is called Yamdeep, Narak Chaturthi. And that is to pray to Yamraj so that we don't have any premature or untimely death in life. And as Hindus, we have that tradition of lighting that diya every year, the day before Deepavali. And therefore, by simply doing that act, it is to offer salutations to the God of death, that during this time, Prabhu, we want to continue to live a healthy life, a strong life. We don't want any accidents or mishaps or negativities to follow us. Karma is such, we all don't know how it's going to unfold. I've been sharing a beautiful verse written by Shankaracharya ji that describes to us in 4 verbs, 4 actions, what should be done in preparation for us to come back home. This house had puja less than a month ago. I think it was at the beginning of October. Charlie made sure I tie a raksha for him during the puja. I think he had the ganta. he was knocking the ghanta during the puja as well. And therefore, this home, they always perform their puja. Also, I've had puja yesterday that had to be cancelled. For all of us, in puja, the 4 things I'm going to describe to you is what we do in puja. And therefore, just by doing a simple puja at your home, just by worshipping God, that's in preparation to go back to that spiritual home, the feet of Bhagwan. The verse tells us, Geham Gita Nama Sahasram Deham Shri Pataru Pamavasram Neham Sange Sajje Chittam Deyamadina Dayana Chavittam. The first line, the verse is made up of 4 lines. The first line tells us, Geham Gita Nam Sahasram. Geham means to sing. Sing of the Gita, sing of the scriptures. Chant the name of Bhagwan, Nam, Sahasram, thousands of times. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Bolo, Om Namah Shivaya. That simple Panch Akshara mantra, we could chant it thousands and thousands of times. When we sing of God's name through the beautiful scriptures that have been written, that is one way in helping you, that when the time of death will come, there will be no confusion, there will be no difficulties or problems. The second line, Deham Shri Pati Rupam Vasram. Rupam is the forms of the different murtis that we worship upon our bedi. When we have puja, we place the pictures or the murtis and we worship them. Shripati, God, Rupam, the forms. And therefore, Neham means concentrate upon them. Place your mind upon them. My Aja used to always say, get collective. Meaning, forget what is happening around you and put your mind upon what you want to do. Concentrating upon these beautiful forms of Bhagwan helps you in going back home. So sing, concentrate. The third line, Neham Sange Sajje Chittam, association. Bare Bhagya Manusha Tanapava. We have been born in the human race. Out of 8.4 million species, we are the highest. And therefore, association is very, very important. If we are on a pathway to go back to God, a spiritual pathway, we associate with those who are on the same pathway as we are. And that is why puja becomes important. That those we invite to come to sit and listen to our puja, they are on the same pathway as we are. Therefore, we help each other, uplifting each other in the spiritual pathway in reaching back to Bhagwan. And the last line, Deyam Dina Daryana Chavittam. It means simply to give. Not give your money or your cash or your wealth, but give your time. Share your experiences. Lend a helping hand to those who are less fortunate. And that is why I said puja becomes important. Because in a simple puja you will do in your home, we share food, we give dhan, we give dakshina, we give clothing, we plant flags. All of these wonderful things, it helps us to go back home. Every day in our life, work is worship, duty is to God. And when our work becomes a worship, everything that we do becomes a puja in life. It means that every step I make in life, I'm offering it to Bhagwan. And in that way, puja becomes an essential part of our life. To the members of the Bree family, Charlie might not have been 100% in health-wise, but he was always there to lend a helping hand. Very soft-spoken, a man of few words, a hard worker. I know he loved his cricket, especially his wind ball cricket. He would have spent half of his life away from Trinidad, but nonetheless, he found himself back home in the latter stages. For whatever reasons, wherever his soul is at this moment, God's blessings upon him. His journey would have come to an end. There is nothing more that he can do according to karma, because now he is on that pathway to Bhagwan, Sri Krishna. For all of us, we still have the opportunity. For all of us, we still have to go through the trials and tribulations of life. For all of us, wherever our journey takes us, we have to face it head on. Today, by God's grace, wherever his soul may be, may Bhagwan Sri Krishna be that guiding light for him, helping him to overcome any negativities or difficulties according to his own karma. During the next 10 days, the younger brother will offer pinda that creates a body, an astral body, so that the soul can be transmigrated into that body. Right now, Yamraj would have lent the soul a body, just to continue to function. But after the 10 days, he will take back that body, and the soul is transmigrated into the body that will be created on the day of the shaving, the Dashkat. From then onwards, 356 days it will take to reach its maker. After that, as you read the Garuda Puran, it tells us you sit and you watch your own life unfold in front of you like you are watching a movie. And right there and then, you give yourself blessings for the good things that you would have done in your life, and you give yourself punishment for the not so good things that you would have done. When time comes and we have to return, Navadwari, Paradhuri, there are 9 gateways in this body, 7 on the upper body, 2 in the lower body. And if our soul were to pass through any one of the upper body, chances are we are going to be reborn back into the human race and continue with our karma. However, if the soul were to pass through in any of the 2 lower bodies, the gateways, we can be pushed into the animal kingdom if we have to come back upon the earth. Therefore, while we live life with no regrets, live life to the fullest. God sent us here for 2 days. Aya biya kela, jaya biya kela, dodin. Life is like a mela, life is like a bazaar. Never hold on to anything. Whatever you enjoy in this world here and today, we have to leave it and go. We don't take anything with us. Therefore, live, enjoy God's creation. He would have built it in such a way that every one of us has to enjoy it. Today, by God's grace, it is not easy for the older ones to see a younger child leaving and going, especially for a mother. And therefore, whatever pain that she is going through, none of us can attain to it. All we can do is bring comfort by being here for her. The children, the siblings, the grandchildren, to bring back some comfort to her life. Life journey is such, we don't know when our last day will reach. And today, by God's grace, we ask of you, Prabhu, to bless the soul of this beloved child of yours as he starts the journey back to you. At this point, I will call on one of the nieces who will deliver the eulogy on behalf of the members of the family.
Sitaram to the officiating Pandit and everyone gathered here today. Most of you may know me. My name is Sonny. As Panditji said, one of the nieces of Channan, Sonny. It is my honor to share with you all some thoughts about him today. As I was preparing this eulogy, I was hitting a roadblock in getting started. This eulogy is like a final gift to Channan Sonny, who I called Mamu. There are so many experiences and things we can say about this beloved person. Our loving Mamu was born to Samintra Sinat and Sinat Sonny, deceased, my nanny and nana, on the 13th of June 1966. He was the fifth of 7 children. He attended the Esperanza Presbyterian School and then went on to learn trade. Mamu was a straightener and painter in terms of profession. Some of his hobbies were playing football, cricket, and all foods. He spent a lot of time in his early years with family, friends, and neighbors, having so much fun with each other. I remembered each time I do well, or in fact, any one of his nieces or nephews come out first in exam or excel in any area, he will always be proud and always treat us with what most enjoy the most, KFC, Royal Castle, movies, etc. As soon as school closes for holidays, back then, Mamu would come and beg our mother, may her soul rest in peace, to spend holidays at this very home. My cousins and I had a lot of fun because of our loving Mamu. I remembered when he and one of my other Mamu boy would sing songs by Kumar Sanu, and then Mamu boy would ask me, Tisha, who's singing the best? Even though Mamu boy was the better singer, I had always given Mamu boy the credit. He would also ask who is the most handsome Mamu. I am sure you all know the answer. Many of you gathered here today will agree that anytime anyone calls upon him, he would readily jump to the opportunity to assist at any time. That's the kind of person he was. He lived abroad for 10 plus years, and upon his return home 8 years ago, he developed an even stronger bond with most he knew. The bond between his mother, our nanny, and him grew strong and was unbreakable. They grew very, very close to each other as years gone by. Each day, they would eat together, sit by each other's side and joke and chat. Every day, it is a must for them to sit and watch the primetime show Ian Allen. They would do everything together, go shopping, bang, press, funeral, wedding, family gatherings, and many more. Our Mamu was really a loving and kind person. He would be dearly missed by his loving mother, all his siblings, family members, friends, and loved ones. We love you so much, Mamu. Wish you a peaceful pathway. Sitaram, and thank you.
Thank you very much for doing such a wonderful job and delivering the eulogy on behalf of the members of the family. I would like to leave the floor open for a few minutes if there's anyone, any family member or friend who would like to come and share their sentiments a little. I will leave the floor open.
Sitaram, Charlie, Shugs, Bobby, Channan, Uncle Boboy, boy, however when you do by. Anyway, I'm Subhash from next door. I grew up with Charlie as my little brother. We were not just neighbors. You know, in this neighborhood here, it wasn't about being neighbors. We all grew up like family, even up to today. 30, 40, 50 years after, we're still there for each other, no matter what. Charlie, I just want to say we love you, we miss you, and we did everything together back in those days. Charlie, a few years younger than me, but whether it was football, cricket, yard, I could give some stories, but we limited time here, so I can't go into all that. But also I'm here today to represent Mr. Regan Bidesi to talk about Charlie New York days a little bit. So he sent me a WhatsApp message that Reggie wanted me to read on his behalf. So I will read that message now on behalf of Regan Bidesi. Sorry, my hand's shaking here. So as Babaji said, Charlie lived several years in New York. So this is from Reggie. To my friend Charlie, This is the way I would greet Charlie every time I see him. Sinat, Sonny, son, Channan, Sonny, Charlie, you was a great friend. We shared some great times. Will always be in my memories. I was fortunate to know what a true friend is, and that my friend was you. You were the life of the party, and those great dance moves. Yes, Charlie had great dance moves for all who didn't know, which always put a smile in everyone's face. There was never a dull moment with you. There was never a time I would call you and you wasn't available for me. The day you told me you were moving back to Trinidad, I told you, boy, they're going to legalize gay marriage, I'll marry you and give you papers, don't worry. You laughed and we hugged about it. And you said you're going back to spend time with your mother before anything happened to her. But it's so sad, and little did we know that she was the one going to spend time with you. I'm sorry I could not be there with you and see you off, but you will forever be remembered, my friend. May you rest in eternal peace and shine down upon us, especially on your mother, our beloved Kaki. Thank you. God bless you, Charlie. We love you.
Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai. Is there anyone else to come and share your sentiments for a few moments before we do our closing? Bhagavad Gita tells us in verse 10, chapter 15, Vimudda nanu pashyanti jnana chakshushaha. For all of us, we are living life as a divine being, experiencing the human existence. And for every one of us, the soul never dies. The body will remain right here. The ashes from this body will remain right here. The soul moves on. The soul will experience birth. The soul will experience growth. The same soul will experience existence, maturity, decay, and death. When death comes, the soul moves on and takes another body, another form. It's like the water in the ocean. The water will come as a wave. It will come as a surf. It will come as a ripple. At the end of it, when it goes towards the shore, it goes back into the ocean as the same water. Nothing changes. For you and I, the Jnana Chakshushaha means the eye of wisdom, that we don't see ourselves as the body, but as a soul, experiencing that divine being in a human body. And when we see ourselves like that, when this day will reach, we know that one day to come again, we will meet. And the journey that we would have started, it continues on and on. Kali Yuga is only 5,000 years old. Kali Yuga has to go for 427,000 more years. And therefore, this dark age that we are in, we all have to go through the same experiences. Today we share the same karma, having lost a friend, a family member, a fellow villager. And therefore, for every one of us, we will mourn. Different individuals, the feelings will be different, the emotions will be different. But the sadness is there, having lost a loved one. Blessings to each and every one of you. And thank you for coming out, showing your support towards the family. For them, their journey has to go on, but without this human existence of Charlie. And that's a void that none of them will be able to fill. Whatever legacy he would have left behind, here in Trinidad, in New York as well, none of us will be able to fill that. However, the memories are going to continue to live on and on and on. Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki. We all stand as we offer prayer salutations to Bhagwan. We thank him again and again for having this most humble opportunity as loved ones in coming and joining with this family in the Antishti, the end, the final rites and rituals for the beloved son, brother, uncle, and whatever role he would have played in our lives, friend, relative, neighbor, whatever role he would have played, we ask of you, Prabhu, to bless his soul with your divinity and light. Achyutam Keshavam Ramanarayanam Krishna Damodaram Vasudevam Harim Sridharam Madhavam Gopika Vallavam Sridharam Madhavam Gopika Vallavam Janaki Nayakam Ramachandram Bhaje Janaki Nayakam Ramachandram Bhaje Achyutam Keshavam Satyabha Madhavam Sridharam Radhika Radhitam Indira Mandiram Chetasa Sundaram Indira Mandiram Chetasa Sundaram Devaki Nandanam Nandanam Sandade Devaki Nandanam Nandanam Sandade Itana Tukar Naswami Jab Pranatan Se Nikale Govinda Naam Lekar Jab Pranatan Se Nikale Shri Ganga Ji ka tat ho Yamuna ka tat nikat ho aur savara nikat ho jab pran tan se nikale itna tu kar na swami jab pran tan Tvameva mata cha pita tvameva Tvameva bandho cha sakha tvameva Tvameva vidya dravinam tvameva Tvameva sarvam mama deva deva Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki, Krishna Kanhaiya Lal ki, Satya Sanatan Dharma ki. Shiv Namastu, Ram Namastu. Blessings to each and every one. Aap log aasan lijiye, which is flowers. Those of you who have flowers to come and offer your last respects, you can do so very orderly. You can come from the southern side and you can exit right on the northern side here. Form a line and you can do that, and right after you have done that, we will place the body at the gateway where we offer the second pin down. From there we go into the hearse and then to the water cremation site. Jai Sri Ram. pick up, we pick it up and put it in the ground here, right? Just as how it is, right?
Into this world, I भी अकेला, into this world we have come alone, और जाने भी अकेला, and in a similar manner, when we take our exit, we shall leave alone. Those whom